A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallama man ahabba lillahi wa abghaza lillahi wa a'ta lillahi wa mana'a lillahi faqad istakmala al-iman. Sadaqallahu al-azim wa sadaqa rasuluhu an-nabiyyul kareem. My dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aamir Hussain. I'm here with you with a very short message. I actually want to express and explain a very beautiful saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Hadith Pak has the short words, but is actually surrounding our daily to daily life matters. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam mentioned in Hadith Pak, man ahabba lillahi. Actually Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam mentioned the four things. Man ahabba lillahi, he who loves for Allah, wa abghaza lillahi, and he who hates for Allah's sake, wa a'ta lillahi, he who gives for Allah's sake, wa mana'a lillahi, and he who withhold, he who stops for Allah's sake, faqad istakmala al-iman, indeed he has completed his iman, he has completed his faith. My dear viewers and listeners, when we talk about this Hadith Pak, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam in this short 4 or 5 words, 4 or 5 sentences has mentioned our entire routine life. Man ahabba lillahi, if we love for Allah's sake, it means if we love someone, there is no personal reason in that. If we someone person, there should be no personal affairs, personal reason in that. We should love someone just for Allah's sake. Or if a person loves someone for just Allah's sake, so he is one of them who has actually completed his iman. So love the ulama ikram, love your parents, you are loving your parents, you are loving your kids, you are loving your children, you are loving ulama ikrams and the awliya ikrams, and you are loving them for just Allah's sake. So this is the one of the sign of that you are completing your iman. Subhanallah. And secondly, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam mentioned, wa abghaza lillahi, and if someone hates someone and he is hating him or hating him just for Allah's sake, there is no personal enmity in it, there is no personal disliking in it. If someone hating someone is just for Allah's sake, Allah's reason, so this is also the sign of completion of the iman of a believer. So we talk about the different person. Its example is that if your friend, if your relative is doing the wrong thing, which actually this according to the saying of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam, which actually contradict to the saying of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam, and you approach to that person and you are saying to him that what you are doing is actually against the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam, and I hate your action and I also hate your personality because of this action. If you want my love, please don't go against the saying of Allah and the saying of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. If you are following Rasulullah, then I am in love with you. And if you are doing this wrong action, if you are lying, if you are backbiting, if you are indulging yourself in the corruption, all these kind of the matters which are actually prohibited by the Islam and by the Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam, if some person is actually conducting these kind of the acts and you approaching him, whether he is your relative, whether he is your son, whether he is your father, whether he is most closest person to yourself, but you are withholding him on the space and you are saying him that okay, hold on, because of this thing is prohibited by the Islam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam actually hate and forbid this thing, and you are doing this, that's why I am hating you. This is the also sign of the completion of your iman, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, man abghaza lillahi, so you are hating for that, hating that person for the sake of Rasulullah, for the sake of Hadith Pak, for the sake of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is no your personal liking and unliking for that person. He is our Muslim, maybe my and yours Muslim brother, so we love him. But because he is going against the saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's why we hate him. So if we do this thing, we are actually completing our iman, and we are actually following the saying of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the third thing, my dear viewers, which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned is in his hadith pak is wa'ata lillahi, and he, the person who gives something to someone for just Allah's sake, he doesn't want him to be thankful to him. He doesn't want to him that he lower his gaze in front of his eyes because he gave something to him. It is actually giving him for Allah's sake. So indeed he has also completed his iman. And the last and the final thing, wa mana alillahi, and if someone withhold something, if someone stops something and he is not going to give the thing to any person because he is going against the Allah and the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's why he is stopping. If your son is asking something, some money, and he actually wants to spend that money on disobedience of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you are withholding that money and you are not giving that money to your son, so it's actually you are following of hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is also the sign of the takmeel of iman, the completion of iman. May Allah bless me and all of us to follow the true saying of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because these sayings are the actually solution of our problem, not in this world but the hereafter. Wa ma tawfiqi illa billah. May Allah bless me and you whatever I have said, and may Allah make us possible for us and make it easy for us to act upon on the saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sadaqallahu al-azim wa sadaqa rasuluhu an-nabiyul kareem. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.